Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, dear students? I hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, I am also fine. Welcome everyone to a new class conducted by Anas bin Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu Islamic Complex online class. And I am Muhammad Imran, your English teacher, with you to offer this class. Okay. In this class, we will discuss an important topic of our syllabus, that is transformation of sentence. Transformation of sentence. In this class, I am saying again, in this class we will discuss about a very important topic of our class, and it is very important for us because we have 5 marks on it. Okay, so today we will discuss about transformation of sentence. As we have read earlier that sentence are of 5 kinds. Okay, assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. In this class we will discuss about the conversion or transformation between assertive sentence and interrogative sentence. Okay, so what is the topic of our class? The topic of our class is transformation of sentence, and to be specific, the transformation of assertive sentence into interrogative sentence and vice versa. Okay, so before learning the conversion process, we have to know about assertive and interrogative sentence. Okay, at first we have to know about the structure of assertive and interrogative sentence, then we will be able to exercise the rules according to the structure. Okay, let's go into the class. At first we can see the assertive, you can see the structure of an assertive sentence. Okay, this is a simple structure. What can you see in the screen? Okay, let's see. At first it will start with the subject, and it will be followed by an auxiliary verb, then a main verb, and then object. And look here, I put the auxiliary verb in first bracket. That means there may be an auxiliary verb or may not be. Okay, it's not compulsory that there must be an auxiliary verb. There may be an auxiliary verb, there may not be an auxiliary verb. Okay, so a sentence must have a verb, but it sometimes has auxiliary verb too. Okay, let's see. According to the structure, I have written sentence. The boys are playing football in the field. Okay, in this sentence you can see the boys. The boys is subject. The boys is subject. Next, r is auxiliary verb. R is auxiliary verb. Next देखो, playing is main verb. Playing is main verb. Next, object is football, and in the field is extension. Okay, and at last we have to use a full stop. So this is the structure of an assertive sentence. Now we will look into the structure of an interrogative sentence. Let's see. It will start with an auxiliary verb. What? An auxiliary verb. It will start with an auxiliary verb, but there is another interrogative sentence pattern which will start which starts with WH words. Okay, so this is the interrogative sentence that we will call it yes no question. Okay, so it starts with auxiliary verb, then auxiliary verb is followed by subject is followed by main verb, and then object, and then question mark. Okay, according to this structure, I have written a sample sentence for your understanding. Okay, this sentence is based on the previous sentence that we have discussed discussed in assertive sentence part. Okay, so let's see which part which part indicates which part. Okay, let's see. In the sentence, auxiliary verb is are. Auxiliary verb is are. Are is auxiliary verb. Subject, he represents the subject. Then boys represent, sorry, the boys represent, are represents auxiliary verb. The boys represent subject. Playing represents main verb. Football represents object, and the rest represent extra part. Okay, and it will end with a question mark. It will end with a question mark. Okay, so let's go into our class thoroughly. So let's discuss rule 1. So at first, see, we have to put the auxiliary verb. We have to put the auxiliary verb of the assertive sentence at the beginning of the sentence. We have to put the auxiliary verb of the assertive sentence at the beginning of the sentence. Okay. Next, if the sentence is an affirmative sentence, then make it negative. যদি সেন্টেন্সটা অ্যাফার্মেটিভ হয় তাহলে সেটাকে নেগেটিভ করে দিতে হবে, বা তার মানে নট যোগ করতে হবে। আমাদের যে অক্সিলিয়ারি ভার্বটা আমরা প্রথমে নিয়ে আসবো তার সাথে কি যোগ করতে হবে? নট। যেমন ইজ থাকলে ইজন্ট, ওয়াজ থাকলে ওয়াজন্ট, ডাজ থাকলে ডাজন্ট, হ্যাভ থাকলে হ্যাভেন্ট, এটসেট্রা। ইফ দ্য সেন্টেন্স ইজ আ নেগেটিভ সেন্টেন্স দেন মেক ইট অ্যাফার্মেটিভ। তার মানে নট মাইনাস করতে হবে, মাইনাস নট। যেমন ইজ নট থাকলে ইজ, হ্যাজ নট থাকলে হ্যাজ, উইল নট থাকলে উইল। ওকে, এন্ড উইথ আ কোশ্চেন মার্ক। এটা এন্ড করতে হবে কি দিয়ে? কোশ্চেন মার্ক দিয়ে। অ্যান্ড দ্য রেস্ট উইল রিমেইন আনচেঞ্জ। এবং বাকি পার্ট যেটা আছে ওগুলা আনচেঞ্জ, মানে কোনো চেঞ্জ হবে না। ওকে, সো এই রুলস 1। সো let's exercise rule 1. Okay, exercise of rule 1. Let's see. He was very gentle. He was very gentle. In the sentence, what is the auxiliary verb? Yes, you can see the auxiliary verb is was. Okay, if we, and this sentence is an affirmative sentence. This sentence is an affirmative sentence. There is no other part of in this sentence that indicates that it is negative. Okay, so we can see it is an affirmative sentence. So we have at first we have to put was in the beginning. So was, and then not, wasn't he very gentle? Let's see. Wasn't he very gentle? Wasn't he very gentle? Next one, she is very intelligent. She খুব মেধাবী. In this sentence the auxiliary verb is. Auxiliary verb, which is auxiliary verb? Is. So it will begin with is. Then as it is an affirmative sentence we have to add not with is. So isn't she very intelligent? Isn't she very intelligent? Let's see. Isn't she very intelligent? এখানে আইটা ছোট হাতের হবে। Isn't she very intelligent? Isn't she very intelligent? Next, he plays football. He plays football. So dear students, here you can see this sentence doesn't have any auxiliary verb. Okay, but though this sentence doesn't have any auxiliary verb, we have to put an auxiliary verb at the beginning of the sentence. So we have to put a new auxiliary verb according to the structure, according to the state of the verb, according to the state of the verb. Okay, so let's see. We can add 3 we can add 1 out of 3. Do, does, and did. Okay, let's see. If the verb has s or es added with it, then we will use does. If the verb in past form, then we will use did, and the rest we will use do. So look at the verb of this sentence. Please, here we have s, so we will use does. Okay, so at the beginning, as it is an affirmative sentence, at the beginning we will use doesn't. Doesn't he play football? Let's see. Doesn't he play football? Next one. She didn't go to school. As you can see, it is a negative sentence. So we have to make it affirmative. And we have to erase not. So did will come first. Did she go to school? So dear students, let's see these rules again and again, and let's exercise again and again with new sentences. Okay, then it will be clear to you. So what we have learned from this class? What have you learned from this class? We have learned about the structure of assertive and interrogative sentence. We have learned about the rules of transformation of assertive to interrogative and vice versa. Okay, so here is your homework. The first one is she was very polite. The second one, Rafi is very meritorious. The third one, he is not a good person. The fourth one, Rafi was sincere to his duties. The next one, he plays cricket. The next one, Shravan liked the late spring. And the last one, he did not play yesterday. Okay. All the sentences can be performed or can be transformed using rule 1. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed the class and learned rule 1 very thoroughly, and I hope you will all exercise the following sentences given in the picture. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much. Goodbye.